All right, on the line, talking to Jeff Becerra from Possessed. Jeff, thanks for taking my call.
Hey, how's it going? It's good to be here, man. Thank you.
I remember way back in the 80s when Possessed burst onto the scene, and collectively we went, what the f***? What do you remember about those days?
Not much. No, I'm just kidding. Those were wild days, man. And, death metal was brand new. Possessed started that, and a lot of people just didn't know how to take us. To be quite frank, a lot of people turned their back, laughed at us, were embarrassed by what we were doing, just thought we were silly and embarrassing, and just didn't really get what we were putting out there. It was, I know a lot of people like to call Possessed thrash, but that's not what we do. If you expect to hear a thrash band, it's going to be too heavy for you. If you go in with that thrash logic, you're going to relate us to other thrash bands, and you're not going to be pleased. So just please think of Possessed as a foundational death metal band.
Seven Churches came out in 85, but a pretty quick follow-up with Beyond the Gates in 86. Now, was Seven Churches recorded for quite a while before it came out? What was the reason for the very quick follow-up there? Was it something else?
Well, a lot of people don't realize this, but we wrote Seven Churches in 82, before we ever even knew who Slayer was. I didn't know until Slayer until like 83, I think. So we had that material, and we wrote that very quickly. Like from the time I started Possessed with the Mikes, they came to my school and asked me if I was interested in jamming with them. And, I don't want to go into the whole story unless you want me to, but within 9 months, we had our demo, which is an 83 demo, often mislabeled 84 or 85 or even 86 because of the politics of death metal. And we got our signed on Metal Massacre 6 with Swing of the Axe, which was our second re-recording of that by the time we got there. And so by 83, 84, we'd done that demo at least 2 times. And then we also got the Combat contract, and I used that as a kind of a golden ticket to go back and get Larry Lalonde back and Debbie Abonos, which were previously my Blizzard manager. So, Possessed in many important respects is a continuation of Blizzard. My first band made up, over 50%, with me doing double duties on bass and vocals, and Larry Lalonde playing all the rhythm tracks and his solos and writing more and more. So, I've been with Larry since 79. He's my brother. I love the guy. And of course, I love all the old guys. But yeah, we wrote that very, very effectively, very fast, and recorded it. And then, when we got that contract with Combat, the deal was that we'd make 3 albums, and you had to do 2 albums and 1 EP. So, and that was every year. So we had to do, within a year, we had to write an album, so.
Yeah. Okay. How busy was the band on the live scene? How much were you getting the opportunity to play?
The old Possessed, we were all over the place, man. From 83 on, we were fucking touring everywhere. Like in the States, we did Slayer's first United States tours were with Possessed. We kicked off one at Venom, Slayer, and Possessed at this SF Kabuki theater, and that was wild, man. Hanging out with Cliff Burton and up smoking a joint in the nosebleeds, watching Venom play, and it was great, And then we did, the Show No Mercy / Seven Churches U.S. tour. Then we did Haunting the Chapel / Beyond the Gates tour. And so, back then we were like kind of neck and neck with Slayer, and their album beat Seven Churches to the punch. That came out on the shelves before Seven Churches. So, I think that even they thought we were copying them, and that I don't even know if they understood the difference between what death and thrash metal are. But Slayer is also one of those really kind of confusing and controversial bands where you can't really call them thrash, because to me they don't sound like thrash. They don't have that happy, skippy fucking backbeat. They have that heavy driving beat, and while it's not as fast, Possessed is also one of those bands that's often misinterpreted, but also very foundational and pivotal in the scene. So I thought it was a perfect matchup, and it was an honor and privilege to tour with them. So that was our first kind of tours, but then we made several forays out with Megadeth and Suicidal Tendencies and Corrosion of Conformity and DRI and oh my God, I mean, so many bands from Discharge to, there's a lot of bands, Dark Angel, Death Angel. We went on tour with Death Angel, and they were the younger kids, and they were fucking amazing, and our friends, and just basically touring it a lot. We toured a great deal, hundreds of gigs.
Okay, now you left in about the 87 era. What was the deal there?
Yeah, in '89, I was coming home from work. I was in kind of a transition period, kind of revamping. And I was doing concrete construction. Like every good Mexican, I do concrete. And I've been able to finish since I was 8. And I had my own, I was partner in a construction business, concrete construction. Worked like 13 hours that day, and I was starting to get a pack of Camel cigarettes on my own. Got robbed. I guess I flashed 100 and got shot in the chest with a 9mm and a defensive wound. They were shooting at my forehead. I put my right hand up, and it shot my right ringer finger off backwards. So that was that. I was paralyzed. I still have the bullet stuck in my spine at T3. So.
How are you going now?
Doing great, man. I mean, I've been in a chair longer than I'm going to walk, and so I'm not sensitive about it. When people, they focus too intently on my chair, I kind of think, to put it in perspective, it's just normal. I'm not insulted by it or I don't mind talking about it. It's just, normal. I just sit down and let other people stand up. I'm still the same man. Of course, I'm not the same man. I've had to work through a lot, and hopefully I've grown as an individual, but I think we all do that. We all go through our ups and downs and struggles and, dark periods. And, it's just the lot that man has to play in life.
Tell us about Wacken in 2007. What was the deal there?
Oh, that was great. That was my first foray into the European, festivals. I had no idea that shit existed. So, Possessed was very much a club underground band. I think our largest show was, a few thousand people up to that point. And that was in Europe too, back in 86 or 87, or the first time we went over there. And actually the only time we went over there with, don't quote me on that, but it was the 80s. And so whenever I went out there, it was like 150,000 fucking people, and all chanting my name, and grown men crying up front, and wow, it was really, really emotional. It was just crazy cool, even though we were playing a drop B and I didn't have the Possessed lineup. I had a good band, but we weren't playing the songs exactly right. My voice wasn't really up to par yet, and so I'm not really happy with the performance overall, but the show made up for that because, the outpouring of love and acceptance. And I just knew that I was back, and I had to get my shit together really quick and get my band together at that point.
Was that put together as a sort of test the waters type of show?
What happened was that, whenever I saw that, I was like, wow, people really they're serious. It's not just some it's not some token thing. They want to see Possessed again. There's a market for that. And so, as an entertainer, I'll be up there as long as people want to hear me.
Let's talk about the new album. After all these years, we've got a new album coming out, and it's Revelations of Oblivion. Tell us about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 33 years. I mean, Jesus was 33 when he was crucified, so I had to wait 33 years. No, I'm just kidding. That's the true reason. See, that's the first exposed. No, I'm just kidding. It's, it's kind of a conglomeration of our past and present, and hopefully bringing Possessed into the band of the future and not just, a band of the past. And, it's a really challenging experience, and of course, I sing a lot about the book of Revelations. It's kind of a common thread between all my albums. I try to make it like the next feasible chapter in the book and dialogue of what is Possessed and the next step on our journey. And it's been something that I've been really dying to put out there through that long 33 years of wintering. I've always been pining away to get some new material out there and really show off my band and what I think is the best mashup of what Possessed has grown into. This is not a tribute to Possessed. This is what I've taken very time, effort, and patiently crafted together in order to make the best offering possible. And not to sound big-headed, but I think this is our best work to date. So.
Coming out on Nuclear Blast, so I'm sure that will help being on such a label.
Yeah, I mean, we got several offers, and of course the obvious pick was Nuclear Blast. I mean, they are the apex predator. If you're in a band like Possessed, and you can pick any label in the world, And this is what we did when we had our dream talks. Like, if we could get on any band or any label in the world, who would it be? And everybody commented, everybody said Nuclear Blast, like, and so, yeah, it's kind of a dream come true. I mean, it really is. It's fucking exciting to us,
What happens for the band now? Are you touring? Where? How long? Where are you going?
Yeah, in fact, today is my last day of interviews because I'm like behind the eight ball. I gotta practice and train I'm leaving May 31st to, fly to LA for 3 days of practices and then on to Europe for the entire month of June. So I don't know. I want to go to Australia in 2020. I want to go to South America. I want to go back to Asia. I just really want to tour and tour and tour. And I want to make up for a lot of lost time.
All right, Jeff Becerra from Possessed. Absolutely great talking to you today. Good luck with the new album out on Nuclear Blast. Really the best of luck with that, and good luck on tour. And thanks again for talking to me.
Thank you, Mal. It's an honor and a privilege, and thank you for your, the interest, man. It's good to be all proud to be loud, and I'm looking forward to coming out there. And don't tell anybody, but I should be out there in 2020. So.
All right, it'll be our little secret.
Yeah, it'll be our secret, and whoever's listening to this worldwide internet broadcast.
Hey, Jeff, good to have you guys back.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks again, man. And like I say, man, I hope that everybody will come out and listen to the new Possessed album, Revelations of Oblivion. And it's our first, my first thing in 33 years. I'm very proud of it. And, and I hope you enjoy it. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. And look forward to the second album and the third one coming up. So.
All right. Good on you, man. Hey, thanks a lot. You have a great night and great talking to you.
All right, well, take care, man.